Hello everyone and welcome to my summer morning routine. Now the first thing I do is come downstairs and let my dog out as per usual. I usually feed her, but she still had food from yesterday, and then of course we do a couple of little pets. And after that is all done, I also make the bed, which I forgot to show, and then I head into the closet to put some clothes on. The first thing I put on every morning is workout clothes because I like to do my workout first thing in the morning. Not because I'm a good person, but because if I don't do it first thing in the morning, then I won't do it at all. So this particular morning, I headed into what was supposed to be a guest room, but has kind of turned into the workout room. And put some shoes on because we're going to be doing a spin. I kind of hacked my way to this and bought a like $300, maybe $350, I don't quite remember, dollar spin bike off of Amazon, which works just great. And then I use the Peloton app, so I still have the classes, and I don't have any of the fancy like things to help me figure out the cadence and everything. Also, how adorable is my Dole Whip AirPod case? Just gotta say that. I put in usually a podcast to listen to while I'm working out, and then I'm using the Peloton app along with this, and I just watch the instructor's feet to see kind of how fast to steer and keep going. I really like this guy. In general, I find the guys talk a lot less than the girls do, and I kind of prefer that, especially because I am listening to a podcast as we do this. Tolly usually stays in here and sleeps and stares at me and makes faces as I am doing this, and this is her new favorite thing, is to stare at this mirror in the corner, which I just think is really hilarious. Now, I am really trying to show you like an actual routine of like what I do most mornings. It is the summer, so I don't have, that much going on. The exception is the days that I have my summer camp that I'm teaching. I do not do quite as much. I do still do my workout, but you'll see later a couple things that I skip on those days. But on like a normal day, this is what we do. The exception to that, and like I said, I try to make it really routine. I hate watching routine videos when they're not actually people's routines. They're just like things they did that day. But the exception is this: Tolly and I did go on a walk. So some mornings we go on walks, sometimes we go on walks in the afternoon, sometimes we don't go on walks at all because it's like 100 degrees. But this particular day, it was only 70 degrees. And if you live in South Georgia, like, you got to take advantage of any 70 degree weather you can. So we went on a walk. It was fabulous. It was a beautiful day. It wasn't super hot and like barely even got sweaty walking around the neighborhood. So that was really nice. It did add a little extra time to my morning routine, but like I mentioned, some days we do that, some days we don't do that. It just kind of depends on what's going on and a lot on how hot it is outside. After we took our walk, both Tolly and I got some water because the first thing I start my day with is lemon water. I do this every single day, have been for years, and I'm going to be honest, I kind of look forward to my lemon water more than I look forward to my coffee. So I just fill up ice water and pour like a full half of a lemon into my ice water, and I sip on that while I go about the next few steps, which is going to be making my smoothie. So I typically have a smoothie pretty much every morning for the past like 2 years, and I go with a banana or half banana depending on the size, either spinach or kale. This morning I had spinach that's frozen, and then some frozen fruit. I really like to do berries because they have less sugar and lots of antioxidants. I'm adding in some chia seeds. Yes, that is a Sleeping Beauty container. And then some just plain Greek yogurt to kind of get the right consistency, and then add a little bit of protein. And that is what my smoothie looks like. So I switch out the frozen fruit so that I have, not exactly the same thing every day, but this is usually what I have. Once that is done, then I go ahead and brew my coffee. And so I'm going to brew my coffee, and then I'm going to clean up the kitchen as it is brewing. So I do use the Nespresso. I love, 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 love my Nespresso. Always got to have a Disney mug because, we just have to. So I have been loving the Columbia coffee, but also this, I don't even know what it is, but whatever this silver one is really, really yummy. It's an espresso. It's delightful. I've never had it before, so I'm brew my coffee, and I have cream in the little frother over there with just those sugar-free syrups that I get at like Marshall's and TJ Maxx. And then I continue drinking my water as I clean up the kitchen. Sometimes I refill the water, so I have 2 cups depending on how thirsty I am, and that's it. I like to do this especially during the school year because it just, saves a little bit of time and during the school year we need to save all the time we can. And of course, whipped cream, because why not? I take my smoothie and my coffee into my office and sit down on the couch. Got to move the pillows for the Tallinator. And then I'm going to do some reading. So this is where it's very different than during the school year. If you don't know, hi, I'm Becca. I'm a teacher. That's why this is a different routine than during the school year, because during the school year, I don't have a lot of time to read in the morning, and that's like a big luxury of being on break. So I start with a few chapters in my Bible, and then I go to my iPad and pull up the Wall Street Journal and read a few articles. I just read whatever, is interesting to me, and that keeps me up to date with what's going on. I drink my smoothie and then drink my coffee as I'm doing this. And then I've been reading a chapter in this book, The Intelligent Investor, because this is not the kind of book that I want to read while I'm like sitting at the pool, but it is really good information. So it's kind of like, a chapter in a book that's a little bit less exciting, but really good to know. So after that, I pull out my planner. I do still use my full focus planner. I've been using it for years, and I plan out my day. I already have a couple things written down because I do, add things to my planner throughout the week, and especially on Sundays, I write down like my big plans, but I just fill in anything and kind of map out what I want my day to look like. And then I always highlight all of my activities in different colors so I can kind of keep track of what is in different projects, what's in different realms. So I have things for like YouTube, and I have things for like my music teacher business, and I have things that are personal, like my workouts and like cleaning and stuff like that. And so I just like to have them all in different colors so I can tell what's going on. After that, I typically will get one thing checked off my to-do list, and on a good day, it'll be that most important thing. So this particular day, it was writing blog posts. Now, I did not write all of these today, but I have written all of these in like the last 2 weeks. I've been a busy bee, and so I wrote 2 blog posts, and then I hopped on my bike. This is where things get a little bit different. So some days I go to the pool, and some days I do not. If I'm going to the pool, I like to go in the morning. So if I'm not going to the pool, I will stay in my office, and I'll get a couple more things checked off my to-do list and just kind of do more work in the morning, and that way I have most of my stuff done by the afternoon. On days that I'm going to the pool, I take my bike over to the pool, I hang out at the pool, check that there's no alligators in the pool area. I just think that sign is so funny. And no, I have never seen an alligator at the pool. And so anyway, when I go to the pool, I do more of my like work stuff in the afternoon. So like editing videos and filming and all that kind of stuff happens in the afternoon instead of in the morning. So this particular day, I did get the pool to myself. I do not always get the pool to myself, but I do go in the mornings in hopes that I get the pool to myself. Actually, as soon as I finished filming these clips, a family showed up with some rather loud kids, and so I was really happy that I had it to myself long enough that I was able to at least, film you a couple of clips so you could see my morning routine. Once I get to the pool, I spray down with sunscreen and I pull out all my stuff. I always read at the pool, so I kind of alternate, do like some reading and some swimming and some reading and some swimming. This book is really good. It's called Everybody Writes, and I specifically picked it up because I was like, you know what? I would like to be a better writer because I'm writing all these blog posts. So I read some of that. I read some of my fiction book. With this week is The American Heiress by Daisy Goodwin. So good. And I always have the 2 books, so I always have a fiction and nonfiction. And I do some reading, I do some swimming, I do some reading, I do some swimming, and I leave whenever it is either too hot or I'm too hungry. So once I'm done with all the reading and the swimming and having all the fun doing that, I'll go back to my house, and then I just, make lunch and chill out for a little bit, and then I typically will do any of the computer work as far as my businesses go in the afternoon. And yeah, so that is my morning routine. That is pretty much what I do pretty much every morning of the summer. So I hope that that was interesting and helpful, and I will link a video of my school morning routine, which is a lot different, and also it's a lot darker, but you can check that out if you are looking for something more like, work friendly. I hope you are on summer break, and I hope you are enjoying your summer, and I will see you next time. Bye.